Assalamu alaikum dear students. Our today's topic is relation between total average and marginal revenue. If you look at this table, this table A shows the relationship between total average and marginal revenue under perfect competition when average revenue is constant. You see, let us take an example of a firm under perfect competition. A firm under perfect competition is a price taker, and now we have known that the price is equal to AR, average revenue. Thus, we can write that under perfect competition, a firm can sell any amount of the commodity at a given price or at a given AR, average revenue. Let us assume that price is rupees 10. Implying firm's average revenue is rupees 10. It implies that the firm can sell 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or any quantity at the existing price of rupees 10. Thus emerges the table 1, this table A, showing average revenue, total revenue, and marginal revenue. You see, when output is 1 unit, total revenue is 10 and average revenue is 10. Marginal revenue is 10 minus 0, that will be equal to 10. When output is 2, total revenue is 20, average revenue is 10. So marginal revenue is 20 minus 10, that will be equal to 10. And here at 5 units of output, total revenue is 50, average revenue is 10, and marginal revenue is 50 minus 40, that will be equal to 10. So you can check the following relationship here. Total revenue is equal to AR into Q, that means 10 into 5, 50 rupees. All total revenue is the summation of margin utilities, margin revenue. Total revenue is the summation of margin revenue, that will be equal to 50 also. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, that will be equal to 50. And average revenue is TR by Q, that will be equal to 50 by 5. That's also rupees 10, that's the price. And margin revenue is total revenue of n minus total revenue of n minus 1. At 5 units, total unit of n is total revenue of 5 units is 50, and total revenue of 4 units is n minus 1, means 4 units is 40. So 50 minus 40, that will be equal to 10. Now this is the relationship between total revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue under perfect competition when average revenue is constant. That if average revenue is constant, then marginal revenue is equal to average revenue. We can also say that in this table that marginal revenue is simply addition of total revenue when one more unit of output is sold. Number second, in case price is constant, implying that AR is constant, then MR should also be constant, AR being equal to MR. And third point, that constant marginal revenue implies constant addition to total revenue when an additional unit of output is sold. This implies that total revenue will increase at a constant rate. This table. Now this table B shows the relationship between total average and marginal revenue under monopoly and monopolistic competition when average revenue is not constant. You see, so what happens if average revenue is not constant? Under monopoly and monopolistic competition, price is equal to AR. It tends to decrease as more are sold. It tends to decrease as more are sold. In such a situation, we have a table like this. You see, if you see this table, in case average revenue is not constant but declining, marginal revenue is also declining from 10.9. Second thing here, when average revenue is declining by rupees 0.5, marginal revenue is declining by rupee 1. This proves that under monopoly and monopolistic competition, marginal revenue declines faster than average revenue. So average revenue here is greater than marginal revenue. Third point, when marginal revenue is declining, we are adding less and less to total revenue for every additional unit sold, so that total revenue increases only at diminishing rate. Now, see this table C. This table C shows the relationship between total average and marginal revenue under monopoly and monopolistic competition, when marginal revenue can be zero or negative. You see, marginal revenue can be zero or negative. It's clear from the following illustration. From this table 3, table C. This table shows that marginal revenue can be zero or even negative, but only when price is declining as under monopoly or monopolistic competition. You see, total revenue stops increasing when marginal revenue is zero. When marginal revenue is zero, total revenue stops increasing. So that total revenue is maximum when marginal revenue is zero, total revenue is maximum here 160 rupees. So total revenue starts declining when marginal revenue is negative. It starts declining, and when marginal revenue is declining, see, when marginal is declining, less and less is added to total revenue for every additional unit sold. Accordingly, total revenue increases only at a diminishing rate. So these table, so all these table A, B, and C reveals the following relationship between these variants of revenue, that will be equal, number one, total revenue is equal to AR into Q, or summation of MR. Number two, AR is TR by Q. And number third, marginal revenue, MR is equal to TRN minus TRN minus 1. Number fourth, when total revenue is increasing at constant rate, marginal revenue should be constant. Fifth, when total revenue is increasing at diminishing rate, marginal revenue should be diminishing. Sixth, when total revenue is maximum, marginal revenue is zero. Seventh, when total revenue is diminishing, marginal revenue is negative. And eighth one, if average revenue is constant, marginal revenue is equal to average revenue. Thank you very much.